Despite the fact that the Audi S4, 1991-95, S6, and S6 Plus, 1995-97, were created on the basis of hundreds and A6 of the first generation, 4A, Esky, are a separate model range consisting of two cars, the 4-door S4 sedan and the 5-door station wagon S4 Avant. In 1994, the Ingolstadt company introduced a new classification for its models, after which the charged versions of the S4 were renamed S6, and the S4 index moved to sports cars based on the Audi A4. The S6, 4A, differs from the S4, 4A, exactly as much as the 100 from the 6, bumpers and side moldings, completely painted in body color, a reshaped hood, a small right rear view mirror and a different trunk lid. The front optics remained the same. Such block headlights with built-in fog lights first appeared on the S4. The fact is that in the front bumper there was no place for fog lights, as in ordinary hundreds for E-SOX. Behind a wide air intake there is an intercooler and an oil cooler. To dot the I's, let's say a few words about the S6 Plus version. This is the most powerful modification of the S6 with boosted up to 326 horsepower, with V8 engine with a volume of 4.2 liters. These truly exclusive cars were produced by Audi's division Quattro GmbH in a limited edition. Only 97 sedans and 855 station wagons saw the light of day. Traditionally for Audi models, the bodies of all Escos are galvanized, and they were given a 10-year guarantee against through corrosion. To protect the crew in case of road accidents, the ProContent integrated passive safety system was used, which shifts the steering wheel to the side and tightens the seat belts in the event of a collision. Given the sporty temperament of the cars, it is possible that they could have been in an accident, so you should inspect the body very carefully. Salon is comfortable and spacious. In the back seat, if necessary, accommodate 4 passengers. The basic equipment included central locking, full power accessories, air conditioning, comfortable Recaro sport seats with leather or satin trim and many different adjustments. Even knee support can be fitted for you. There are no complaints about the quality of plastic parts and finishing materials. Even on cars of the first years of production, they look good. But visibility is slightly limited by the rear head restraints. As befits a sports car, the Esco powertrain lineup consisted only of gasoline engines, one 5-cylinder turbocharged AAN, and 2 naturally aspirated 8 cylinders ABH, borrowed from the former flagship Audi V8 in its Force version, AHK. These monsters provided almost 2-ton cars with hurricane dynamics. For example, a sedan with a 230 horsepower engine accelerated to hundreds in 6.8 seconds, with a 280 horsepower engine in 6.2 seconds, and with a 326 horsepower engine in just 5 seconds. The maximum speed is curbed by electronics at around 250 km/h. According to experts, the engines are capable of serving more than 500,000 kilometers. Multi-liter V8 units are more problematic. By German standards, they are not subject to overhaul. Their aluminum cylinder blocks are cast as a single unit with thin-walled liners coated with a special wear-resistant coating, due to which the liners cannot be machined to the repair size. Domestic craftsmen nevertheless learned how to make a capital, repressing the block with new sleeves. On cars with a mileage of over 250,000 kilometers, oil leaks from under the valve cover gasket, camshaft, and crankshaft oil seals are possible. Failures of lambda probes were noted, as a result of which the already considerable fuel consumption increases significantly. You cannot be afraid of the AAN turbocharged engine. Employees of the branded service station noted that the turbine of this unit serves for a very long time. They could not remember the cases of its repair. But there were cracks in the intake manifolds and the plastic case of an additional pump with an electric drive, designed for better engine cooling. Eskis were equipped with 5- and 6-speed mechanics and a 4-speed automatic. In mechanical transmissions, the first gear synchronizer of the gearbox and the clutch pedal fail. Given the high power of the engines, the springs on the clutch basket were made much stiffer, so the force on the clutch pedal increased significantly. Over time, the metal could not stand it and broke. The automatic transmission is quite reliable. Its control unit was equipped with a DSP program, Dynamisch Schalt program, with a dynamic shift program in German, which can adapt to different driving styles and optimize gear shifting. Maintenance of the machine consists in changing the oil, filter, and gasket of the oil pan every 60,000 kilometers. In all gearboxes, over time, cases of oil leakage from under the axle shaft seals were noted. For better implementation of high torque and confident movement at high speeds, all S6s were equipped with a proprietary Quattro all-wheel drive transmission with a mechanical torsion differential, which provides a constant redistribution of torque between the front and rear wheels. Moreover, on cars manufactured before 1994, the transmission is equipped with the forced locking of the rear cross-axle differential. Later, the blocking function began to be carried out by an electronic assistant, traction control. As experts assured, Quattro is reliable and lasts a long time. For the sake of high dynamic performance, the suspension was made more powerful and stiffer. Therefore, in terms of smoothness, the S6s are noticeably inferior to the hundreds and A6. At the same time, all-wheel drive vehicles are highly stable. Front and rear suspension, independent. More often, after 40,000 kilometers, when driving on Ukrainian roads, you will have to change the bushings of the anti-roll bar. The silent blocks of the front forged levers nourish 70 to 80,000 kilometers and change separately, but the ball bearings are supplied only with the lever. Although, according to experts, ball served for a long time. The rear suspension will have to be serviced on average every 70,000 kilometers, so many silent blocks of the rear levers and rear wheel camber adjustment rods are able to run through. Rack and pinion steering is equipped with a power steering that changes the degree of gain depending on the speed of movement. Over time, the high-pressure hose of the power steering system may leak. Due to the breakage of the anther of the rail and the ingress of sand and dirt, the oil seals of the rail pass the working fluid. Tie rod ends serve about 60,000 kilometers. For confident deceleration from high speeds, a more powerful braking system was used, borrowed from the then flagship V8. All mechanisms are disc, front, 2-piston, and on the S6 Plus version, 4-piston. The brake system is equipped with a switchable ABS, a powerful hydraulic booster and an accumulator that accumulates and maintains the pressure necessary for the normal functioning of the system. On older machines, pressure accumulators fail. Due to corrosion, the guides of the calipers, most often the rear ones, can wedge. Therefore, when replacing the pads, experts recommend cleaning and lubricating the guides. The purchase of charged Audi S4, S6, and S6 Plus is recommended for motorists who know a lot about these cars, who are not surprised that they ask so much money for this weave, and they are ready to shell out a considerable amount not only for the purchase of S6, but and spend money on its expensive maintenance. After all, those parts that are not unified with the 100 and A6 cost 1.5 to 2 times more. Suitable for S6 and family motorists who need a spacious and comfortable vehicle, who are not averse to pressing the accelerator pedal, leaving behind the neighbors downstream with lightning speed.